Got a Honda Accord here. I'm not sure what year, but it's a no start, toe in. No crank, no start. Got a crank sensor code, 420 code. Using my Mew car tablet. So check this out. Oh, not what I wanted. Let me go back. Won't give me freeze frame on that. Okay. Pop the hood real quick. This is my battery, so gonna get the jumper on that, try it. Don't know if you can hear that. All right, so I had a coworker crank it for me while I had my hand on the starter. You can feel it engaging. It does have 340,000 miles. So usually on vehicles, when I can feel the starter engaging, it's not turning over, first thing I want to do is make sure this motor's not locked. So I'm gonna try to crank it over. If I can't crank it with the belt on, if I can't turn it over with the belt on, pull the belt off real quick, see if it rotates. If it doesn't, we'll go from there. All right, so the motor is rotating freely with the belt on. So engine's not locked, oil level's good. Believe you gotta remove the intake on these to do a starter. I've never actually done one. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with my magic 8-ball here. And we'll go ahead and say we need to start with the starter. Maybe if I get approval, I can pull the intake, verify no voltage drop at the starter. And we still had that crank sensor code, so if we actually get it to start cranking, we could have been to another problem. Could be multiple problems. Get that battery cleaned up, recharge terminals, and then we'll go from there. Call the starter. All right, got approval, so gonna pull the intake off and do a voltage drop test real quick before I replace the starter. And guess I'll set you up and you can watch me pull this bitch off. There's a starter. I dropped a bolt somewhere in there, so I gotta find it now. Obviously aftermarket here, but I'm gonna, obviously it's not gonna start, but I'm gonna do a voltage drop test real quick and before we take this off. What did I tell you? Or... You ready? Or... Crank it. Crank it. Okay, thank you. All right, just did my voltage drop test with the Devo meter. So it shows good. So I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with replacing the starter. Should probably disconnect the negative cable now. Go ahead and do that. I got the starter in. Nothing's connected, just the starter, but should crank. Ooh, it started. I don't know how it started. Crazy. Alright, everything's back together. Hooked up. Gonna clear these codes for all the stuff that's unplugged. Actually, let me see something. Had the knock sensor break on me, but okay. Well, the knock sensor connector, so I had to fix it. And let's see, clear. Alright. Let's see. Now it's starting. Gonna drive it, put some miles on it, keep starting it. It did, remember, it had that crank sensor code. If nothing by tomorrow, go ahead and ship it. Alright, so it's definitely got some starting issues now. So it'll start. Let's see if I can do it on camera. See that? It was like, didn't want to start. So gonna get the crank sensor on the scope, see what's going on.